We've been waiting 10 weeks for this. Are you ready, Fresno? Got courage? Got courage? Welcome to Meet in the Middle.
Now, I just had a quick question. Is anyone here from out of state? If you are here from out of state, let me hear you make some noise. I heard a little noise from out of state.
I heard a little bit. Central Valley, where are you at, Central Valley? Oh, there's Central Valley.
Anyone here from Northern California? Northern California, make a little noise.
And my home, Southern California, where are you at?
Well, let's get this party started. To kick things off today with a brief history, the fight for LGBT rights right here in the Valley. Make some noise for Mr. Jeff Robinson.
Oh my God, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fresno. My name is Jeffrey Scott Robinson, and I was recruited into the movement for equality many, many, many years ago. And while I am taking liberties with Harvey Milk's famous tagline, I am sure that he would agree and endorse the fact that I am asking all of you to stand up to be recruited or re-enlist in the modern civil rights movement today. To see a sea of hope and determination here in the 5th largest city in the state of California, home to the 6th oldest and largest gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender film festival in the nation. We are proud that we made history internationally in 2007 when the students of Fresno High School nominated a gender non-conforming individual, Cynthia Covarrubias, as prom king. And followed up a week and a half later by the students of Roosevelt High School nominating and electing the first ever in the world transgender prom queen, Crystal Vera. She will be speaking later today, and she is a fabulous speaker. We stand here at this very moment, a moment of change. We stand together here in the Valley to demand full equality for all gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender Americans. This great valley, the breadbasket of the world, has seen many changes in our long struggle to create a positive and supportive environment for the queer folks that live here. Next Saturday, Fresno will celebrate its 19th year of Pride. Our Pride is not just a party, it's a political statement of defiance in this hostile environment. Over 20 years ago, Cleve Jones was asked to come to Fresno and be a keynote speaker for a queer student conference at Fresno State University. He was unofficially greeted by the KKK, who felt that they had every right to march onto our campus in their full-on robes and hoods to protest our queer presence and, in fact, our very queer existence. For 4 years after that, we dealt with them, standing toe-to-toe, eye to hood, for 4 years as they showed up at our Pride, until they finally got it. We are here, we are queer, get used to it. And you know what? They did, and we have not seen them since. Stonewall was 40 years ago, and none of us standing here would ever dream that people who are queer in the stand up for themselves on these hot, muggy streets that we have. This is the Bible Belt of California, and no one would have believed even 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or 2 years ago that this past year we stood up for our rights. We found our visibility and we found our voice. And we put on protests in Reedley, California, population 25,000. Porterville, California, population 39,000. And Madera, California, population 56,000. Now these are not the mega gay centers of tolerance, open-minded thinking, or progressive attitudes. And we did it here. Imagine what we could have done if the No on A campaign had not ignored the Central Valley or the San Joaquin Valley of California. Now stands at the epicenter of a new movement, a new struggle for equality. And you stand here with us today, us Middle Americans, all of us Valley residents, to say separate is not equal. Let us marry the person of our dreams. Let us be with who our heart calls out to. It's just not about marriage equality. It is about full gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender equality. It is about ending the discrimination that we face in employment, housing, and in public accommodations. I call upon the Congress, as well as all of you, to enact the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, and President Obama, you need to sign it into law. And enact, and more importantly, don't just enact, enforce anti-gay bullying and safer school laws for our youth. And by God, let's end transphobia, because this time around, we are not going to allow our trans brothers and sisters to be left behind. Will not be left behind. No queer shall be left behind, regardless of where he, she, or Z chooses to